everybody, my name is Alison Galvan and I am an artist. In fact, I am a fine artist who creates what I call bas-relief fusion art, a kind of art that marries both sculpture and painting together. And I'm also the artist and illustrator behind the Chubby Art Cartoon Coloring Book series of adult coloring books. Adult coloring books that are just a little naughty and truly adult, if you know what I mean. But when I tell people that I'm an artist, well, you can imagine, I get about 50% of the people that are going, ooh, that is so cool. But then I get about the other 50% of the people going, ooh, I bet you she's kind of crazy. Well, and sometimes they might be right. Who knows? But you know what I think? I think that people actually think that artists are kind of crazy because we just have a lot of stuff going up in our brain all the time. We got ideas and creativity just going like crazy, and our imaginations are running wild. And so to everybody else that are kind of normal, we look like we've gone right off the deep end. I know in my life, I really like to spice things up. But for other people, they don't really like to rock the boat, I see. And when it comes to making decisions in their life, sometimes they have a lot of trouble about it. You know, they like to really chew on things and mull them over for a really long time before they make any decisions. Whereas for me, when it comes to making life decisions, it takes me about 1 second. Just like that, I know what I want to do. In fact, a lot of my family and friends have actually said to me, Alison, oh my gosh, you are absolutely terrifyingly decisive. Let me give you a little example of what I mean. It was the December of 1995. I was 25 years old, single, not a date in sight, and I was kind of at a crossroads in my life. I had a children's wear company that I had started right out of university, and it wasn't going exactly as I had planned. In fact, I was really getting frustrated, and it was definitely time for a change. Problem was, I didn't know what the change was and which direction I should be going in. So, seeing as it was Christmas, I kind of decided to chuck all the tradition right out the window and head to New Orleans for Christmas. Well, I went on down to that fabulous city. Oh my goodness, if you've never been, you've just got to go. I love that place. It is just full of joie de vivre and energy and excitement. And I spent 3 whole days just grooving to the music, stuffing my face, having a few drinks, and having the time of my life. It was fantastic. After those 3 days, I took off my party beads and put on a life jacket, and I bounced my way on board a Holland American cruise ship for a 10-day New Year's Eve cruise. Woo! It was fantastic. Very first night that I got on board that cruise ship, I thought, you know what? I want to get all dolled up and explore this ship from the bottom to the top. So I put on my sexiest little red dress that I had, my red stiletto heels, and baby, I was out the door, circling that ship, going from lounge to lounge, all the way spiraling right to the top. When I got to the top, right up there, there was a beautiful bar that had this dome ceiling that was made out of glass, so you could look out. All you could see were all these beautiful stars. When you looked down, you saw the silvery Mississippi River, and we were drifting down lazily like Mark Twain. And I thought, ooh, this is the place that I want to be. So, teetering away on my stiletto heels, I grabbed the brass handles of the door and pushed my way inside, only to come up short. There, right in front of me, was the most handsomest morsel of a studly young man that I have ever seen. Strangely enough, he was looking at me like I was looking at him, which is like we were like dumbstruck. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, cheesy as it may sound, it was literally lightning striking, and it was love at first sight. Oh my goodness. we talked all night. We talked about our hopes and our dreams, our plans and our goals. And as the sun came up and kissed the bow of that beautiful ship the next morning, he proposed to me with a beautiful little origami ring that he had made for me while we were talking. Well, what is a girl to do when a very handsome young man proposes to her after only 8 hours of knowing him? I mean, what is a smart, practical, logical, responsible young woman supposed to do? Well, of course I said yes. It was a fantastic cruise. After the 10 days, I went home to my wonderful family, who are a little bit more conservative than I, just a little, and I told them my fantastic news. Well, you can imagine, my parents stood there and looked at me like they didn't even know what to say. My brother, on the other hand, kind of went, okay, let me get this straight. You are going to go and marry some dude that you just met on a 7-day cruise? And I was like, no, stupid. I'm going to go marry some dude that I met on a 10-day cruise. Duh! 2 weeks after that, I sublet my apartment, packed up everything I owned, and I flew off to the Philippines. 2 months after that, in front of family and friends who, I will add, were laying bets to see how long we would last, we got married. As you can imagine, just a little has changed since 1995. I now have a very tall, very beautiful daughter who is, as we speak, traipsing around the globe, modeling and acting and making a name for herself. I also have a very handsome, very tall young son who is off at university, filling his brain with all that good stuff. And as for my handsome young man, well, he's no longer quite so young anymore. And I'll admit that I no longer can teeter around on stiletto heels for more than 5 minutes. They kill my feet. But as of this past May 2016, we just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. Take that, all those people laying bets at our wedding. Yes, we are still together. So, I don't know. Am I crazy or am I cool? I don't know. You be the judge. All I do know is that my name is Alison Galvan, and I'm an artist. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I love doing this. I can't wait to tell you more about my life, share with you more about my art, the coloring books, and the fine art. So please stay tuned. This is the first of gonna be all kinds of them. So just stay tuned. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments and feedback. I want to learn. I want to get better at doing this every single time I do it. So let her rip. Tell me what you think. And go on out there and be just as crazy and terrifyingly decisive as I am. And you know what? Let's start living a creative life together. Excellent. Till next time, I love you. Thanks so much. And subscribe over there if you will. Have a good night.